What's the story, Smackdown fans? Tonight's topics on the Wrestle Story include
Rowan on a rampage,
Chad Gable going to the finals of the King of the Ring,
and KO gets fired?
All that and more coming up. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Wrestle Story. We discuss all things wrestling, the legends of the past, the superstars of the present, and the trailblazers of the future. We stream every Monday after Raw, every Tuesday after Smackdown, every Wednesday after NXT, and after every pay-per-view. After every pay-per-view.
That was an epic intro. Epic intro indeed.
Yeah, we didn't think it was really good, Scott.
WWE tweeting that the King of the Ring finals were Sunday at Clash of Champions, and then having a graphic that says for Raw Monday. That's what I thought. I was like, what?
Well, they seem to be messing that up.
I looked at it, and I was like, whoa. I thought the finals of King of the Ring were supposed to be on Sunday, and now they're on Monday? What? I don't know what's happening here. I guess we'll just kind of have to see.
Well, they've messed that up a lot with their graphics and stuff lately.
They really have, and it's annoying.
Wrong wrestlers. Or no, that was AEW.
No, they've done wrong wrestlers
I was
too,
gonna
though.
say, I thought they did.
They have.
Wrong wrestlers, sending out stuff that shouldn't be, having no clue whether it's Raw or
Smackdown.
Clash of Champions.
Or Clash of Champions, or whatever it is.
Smackdown.
No one has a clue what it is. Someone is going to be fired. Yeah, I would say so. What an embarrassing episode of Smackdown. Fox must be thrilled.
They said originally that the finals were at Clash of Champions.
Exactly! That's what I don't get!
Well, I thought that's where they were too. So I suppose we have to wait and see which is
it's just like
the real deal.
The takeover situation a couple months ago where they said, or a couple months ago, it was like last month, where they were like, oh, the finals of the breakout tournament are going to be at takeover. And then they turned around and they didn't, and they put them on the NXT the week after.
Yeah.
It made virtually no sense because that's what they had been saying the entire time. That's your hook for Sunday. We gotta come back to figure out if the King of the Ring tournament is happening on Sunday or not. Okay, I get it now. That was their whole thing behind it. They were like, we want to confuse people, so then they have to come back.
I guess.
Oh, yeah. I suppose so, but it's dumb. And it just confuses everybody, and nobody has a clue what's happening. So, yeah, what an embarrassing episode of SmackDown. I can agree with that. I did not think this was great.
It was weak.
I didn't like it. Several things I did not like. We'll kind of go through and talk about them as we go through and talk about stuff. Fox, totally, they must be thrilled. They must be thrilled.
Yeah, I'm sure that they're thrilled.
Absolutely. I mean, come on, guys.
Hello, Colin.
I'm glad the finals are on Monday. Well, I'm not. I would rather them have just done what they said in the first place.
What if they switch it and they end up doing it Sunday?
That's what they were supposed to do in the first place.
Then you're not going to be very happy.
And it makes no sense.
So I don't understand, what they're doing or why they're doing it, or I don't think anybody has a clue what they're doing.
It's
especially
so confusing.
WWE.
It's very confusing.
Hello, Matt.
Kushida was called up to 205 Live. Yeah, we just had that on. I just saw that. I was like, Kushida on 205 Live? What? And if you listen to the crowd, they just don't care. Which is really sad. Because Kushida moving up to 205 Live should be a big deal, but it's not. Because 205 Live isn't put out there enough, and it sucks.
Well, that's the biggest problem with 205 Live is that it's not put out there.
Yeah.
So I don't know, not much you can do about that.
Not really.
So you want to start talking about the show?
Yeah, sure. So, The Fiend will be facing the B Team in a dark match. What? The Fiend will be facing the B Team in the dark match after SmackDown. Tell me that's a joke. Because that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that seems to be kind of silly.
On my phone, real quick, we were looking at the thing because it looks like we're dropping frames, but I don't think we are. It's still working on mine.
Just might be the computer.
Yeah, I think it's just a computer. Anyways, so that just seems stupid. And why would you have the Fiend face the B Team?
Who knows?
Hi, Colin. How's it going? How are you? So we start the show with The Undertaker. He comes out, he talks about his career and how he doesn't know how many times. Hey, Export! Yo, what's up? Kushida's on 205 Live.
We gotta actually have it on.
No, the people there at Smackdown said WWE announced it during commercial. Dumb. I don't get that.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up.
Why would you have him facing B-Team?
Who knows?
So he can squash them in a matter of 2.2 seconds?
That's what I'd say.
Alrighty then! So, we start with The Undertaker. He comes out, he talks about his career, and he doesn't know how many times he's going to be able to come back home to Madison Square Garden. He doesn't know how many times he has left. Sammy, well, then to make people stay, I suppose. Yeah, I guess. But it seems stupid to put him up against the B-Team. So then he goes on to, talk about how there are new superstars and, the Madison Square Garden has paved the way for, lots of superstars to come and go and this, that, and the other thing. Then after that, Sami Zayn comes out, talks about how Taker should just retire. He should just go away. And he says, the future of WWE is now in the hands of Sami Zayn. Just give it to me. Taker hands the mic to, what's his face? Sammy, that's his face. And then he walks out, kind of, sort of. He comes back, and then chokeslams Sammy. And that is where we end that segment. So I'm confused. Is the finals going to be on Raw or at Clash of Champions? We're confused, too. We have no idea.
Yeah, I have no clue. I thought it was supposed to be at Clash of Champions.
WWE tweeted the finals of Clash of Champions, the finals at Clash of Champions, even though the photo says this Monday. I don't have a clue. They've mishmashed it up so much that we don't have a clue when it's happening, and we'll just have to see, because we have no clue. So.
Yeah, no idea.
None whatsoever. So this Undertaker segment was pointless. There was no point to it. Somebody is about to get fired. And WWE thinks Kevin Owens should be fired. Yeah, I'll talk about that a little later. Undertaker segment. I just don't. There was no use for this. There really was no purpose. It wasn't as cool as the Steve Austin segment was yesterday. I think it really was just a ploy to get people to buy tickets because the Undertaker was going to be there. So it really wasn't worth anything. A wasted Undertaker appearance should have been The Fiend or Aleister Black.
I don't understand the point of having him there.
Undertaker doesn't feel special anymore, at least to me. Yeah, I mean, I can understand that.
Well, I don't think there's many wrestlers that feel special because the way they work with him.
Yeah.
I mean,
It wasn't spectacular.
Well, they should have had a bigger name come out.
They could have done something else, but they chose not to. It really was just Undertaker coming out and talking about his career and how he doesn't know how many more times he's going to get to do this. And then Sammy came out and interrupted him and was like, oh, no, I'm the future of WWE, so give me the microphone and you go away. And then he got chokeslammed. It's what I expected to happen in this segment as soon as Sami Zayn's music hit.
Yeah, I mean, it was
going to end with him getting beat down.
Well, it was kind of like the AJ thing with Stone Cold last night.
Yeah, it was.
I mean,
I think the AJ and Stone Cold one was better, though. There was more to it. More back and forth.
Well, there wasn't anything to this. I mean, it was...
No, it was just, let's just say Undertaker's going to show up tonight.
Yeah.
Like, at least Stone Cold yesterday.
Why are they doing this? I mean, if it's to try and draw people in, then it's kind of dumb because people are going to, watch this and go, well, that was pointless. So even when you call The Undertaker and say The Undertaker's going to be here, then I don't care.
Yeah.
So I tweeted that every Joker needs a Harley Quinn with a picture of Liv Morgan dressed as Harley Quinn next to the Fiend.
Cool.
That's pretty cool.
Cool. So after this, we get Chad and Shane backstage, and we get told that Elias will not be able to compete tonight because of an ankle injury. And so Chad was like, so I get a bye to go to the finals, right? And Shane was like, no. You get to fight somebody.
You will have a match.
You will have a match. I haven't decided against who yet, but you will have a match. I was disgusted with the Nikki Cross Mandy Rose segment.
Yeah,
I'm right there with you, bro.
We're going to talk about that.
I'm going to talk about that in a minute because, oh boy, was that something. But the Chad and Shane segment, I knew Shane was going to be the one. Everybody knew Shane was going to be the one to be put in. And I was sitting there, I'm like, Shane's going to win. He's going to go and win King of the Ring. This is ridiculously stupid. If this is what they were going to waste King of the Ring on, they shouldn't have done it. If all you were going to do is send Shane McMahon to the finals and then win, shouldn't have done King of the Ring at all.
I would think that had to be scripted.
I would think so too.
I would think the Mandy segment had to be scripted, and she was given a script to do that. I can't see her just coming out there and just saying those things, just like, you know.
It was messed up. Mandy's promo has to be the worst part of the show. We'll talk about that in a minute, though, because I'm just, like, baffled by that, and I just... Hold on, guys. I'll share my thoughts in a second. So then we get Miz versus Andrade with Nakamura on commentary.
Yes.
Does that make any sense to you at all? We're sitting here. We give him an interpreter. And then we put him on commentary.
Yeah.
And he yells in Japanese.
The best thing about the Mandy segment was we saw the old Nikki Cross again, which I missed dearly. Yes.
I just don't understand why we put Nakamura on commentary if we're going to, 2 weeks prior giving him interpreters who can, speak for him, and then he gets to be put on commentary and he says everything in Japanese.
Yeah, I don't get it.
And he barely said anything at all.
Yeah.
So he was just out there for, at the end of this, Miz won, and then Nakamura attacked him after the match.
So here's, when we get to the Mandy Nikki thing, I'll ask you a question about the Nikki Cross thing. So let's get through this next thing, and then we'll talk about that.
I lulled at Nakamura being the heel speaking in Japanese. Yeah. I just don't see the logic behind this. There was no logic at all. I saw that tonight's show was rewritten again for the 85th time. And Nakamura is on commentary, and he just had somebody to speak for him brought in 2 weeks ago, and it makes absolutely no sense.
Hey, why isn't Sami Zayn with him?
That's exactly. Because he was,
I think it would have been
killed by
funnier.
the Undertaker
It would have been
earlier.
funnier if they would have brought out Sami Zayn with him, and they would have sat there at the commentary together, and Nakamura would have said something, and then Sami Zayn would have translated what he was saying.
Be like, Miz is a stupid idiot.
I think that would have been funny.
But they didn't because Sami got chokeslammed,
Well, yeah.
10 minutes prior.
Yeah.
So then after this, we get told about the Chad and Shane match. Shane is like, Chad. Chad walks up to him. And Shane's like, oh, I didn't see you there. And Shane is like, oh, I have your opponent outside. Let me go get him.
I will tell you, as soon as he said, oh, I didn't see you there as a joke to his height, I knew he was going to win. I knew Chad Gable was going to win.
I didn't. I thought Shane was going to win.
I think because they're making this Chad Gable thing because of his height, they're going to make it a big deal.
I know.
And he's going to beat Corbin.
I hope he does. Bro, if it came down to it and it was Baron Corbin versus Shane McMahon, I'm going with Baron Corbin all the way. I hate the guy, but I would not want to see Shane as the freaking King of the Ring for the next however long we have to hear him talk about that. I don't want to see it. So, in that situation, I would have much rather preferred Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
Which I would never say. But now that it is not Baron Corbin versus Shane McMahon, I'm going to go with the other guy. Because I don't want Corbin to win.
Gable is winning. Corbin's going to make jokes about his height and everything else, and Gable is going to win.
Yeah. So, Shane is like, oh, let me go outside and get your opponent, and he walks back in, and he's like, Chad's like, what? And he's like, it's me! You're fighting me! And he was like...
Yeah, he looked excited about it.
He was like all happy-go-lucky, like, oh, yeah, I get an opponent, and then he was like, oh, it's Shane, and he was like... Darn.
Gable wouldn't make sense on WWE. Will make Corbin. So I don't think so. I think with the way they're headed, I think that Gable is going to win this match.
Wait, what happened to saying Corbin was winning.
You know what? He changed
his mind.
Okay, guys,
he changed his mind. He's going against Corbin. He's going against all the things he thought for the last month. And I get an out on this. Elias got injured, and I said Elias is going to win. But I can't control that Elias got injured, so that's not my fault.
They took the whole
I'm
thing.
going with Chad Gable now.
They took the whole thing a different direction than I thought they would. They kept making a big deal out of this Chad Gable size and everything. And I in the last week, I was like, they're going to make this like Corbin versus Gable.
We're getting landed with the Shorty G nonsense. Yep!
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen.
Well,
this is why they're doing this, is because you're going to have the Shorty G thing.
Well, now that everyone is picking Gable means he's not winning. No, it doesn't. He's going to win. Corbin is not.
I don't think he got injured.
How did Elias get injured? Well, it was actually reported that he may have broke something, his ankle.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's a K-Fob thing. I don't think it's real.
But there was a report. No. Fightful got the injury report this morning with a whole bunch of people that were injured.
Put out an injury report.
No, but they got it from WWE on their injured list because they get one every so often when people are injured. And Drew McIntyre is out with an injury right now. There was somebody else. I don't remember who it was. Lashley and Elias, and it said that they hadn't really disclosed what it was yet, but they said that he might have broken something. And so I don't think it's like a just for TV thing. I think he like legit.
Well, maybe he is, but if I see him next week without an injury, then I know that it was.
Well, then we know it was fake.
Made up.
And it was just to put Shane in there so he could fire Kevin.
If Fightful said it, so it must be true.
That's what I'm saying. Fightful's got all the right information. They get everything right.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is I could put out an injury list.
So it doesn't matter. They're always right.
Okay, but I'm just saying.
Fightful is a credible source.
I'm not saying they aren't. If they they may have got the source. Hey, Elias is hurt, so therefore he's hurt. Well, if the whole idea was to get Shane involved in this, then they had to do something.
I suppose so, but then they didn't have Shane win.
No, because they're going with the Shorty G thing, and they built up the Kevin Owens storyline.
Yes, I know, and I understand that. But if they were going to do it from the beginning, I think that it would have. I think it would have already happened, and I think Elias would have won, and I think Elias would have won with the help of Shane to get through. But Elias got injured, so they were like, okay, next best thing. We got to throw Shane in the match.
They've been building this Chad Gable thing now
and
for
they had
weeks.
Shorty G win. I know they have, but it doesn't look like they've been building it for weeks.
Everybody comes out, hey, whoa,
whatever.
I can't.
Long story short, I think the injury is an injury.
I can't believe you're there because I didn't even see you standing there. You're so short.
Whatever. I think the injury is an injury. You can think.
It might be.
You want to think, but I think it's an injury.
But I just think it's coincidence that they were going to put Shane McMahon in this match and they worked it in, and Elias is all of a sudden injured.
If Elias. How do I want to say this? Because I'm thinking it in my head. If they wanted to put Shane in, and Elias wasn't really hurt, I think then Shane would have won.
All right, whatever. I think.
Why build up Elias to go to the finals and then take him out for a storyline? Yeah, it doesn't really make a lot of sense.
I don't think they were building him up. I think they've been building up Chad Gable for the last several weeks.
They might have been.
I mean,
but they were
you
also
go back
building
and watch
up Elias, and Elias beat Ali.
Okay, but
Elias beat... Who did he beat in the first round? He beat Kevin in the first round. He beat Ali, and then he had to fight Chad Gable tonight, but he couldn't because he got injured.
And you don't think Elias would have made it like a joke about Chad Gable's size?
He already has!
That's what I'm saying. This has been set up for Chad Gable to win.
Okay, so it has. But what I'm saying is that I think the injury is an injury.
Well, it might be.
That's all we were talking about, bro. And you were like, oh, well, the Chad Gable, I can understand if it wasn't a thing. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay, no, what I'm saying is they found a way to get Elias out of it. Elias doesn't have to lose to Shorty G. And
I understand that, but why would you put Shane in there to lose to Shorty G instead?
They build up.
That seems stupid.
They build up the Shane Kevin Owens thing.
Okay.
And get him fired.
Regardless of what they did, I think Kevin was getting fired anyways.
Well, it might have been, but, they build it up that way. That's the way they set it up.
Elias is going to lose anyway. Yeah. I mean, well, actually, I thought Elias was going to go through. But, yeah.
I think it saves his face is what it does. It saves, like...
him from getting pinned by Chad Gable? Andrade got pinned by Chad Gable. And that didn't save Andrade?
No, that's... What I'm saying is if they're trying to build Elias, he's not going to lose to Chad Gable.
Whatever. I don't think it's cool. They, had... that just makes, to me, it makes no sense because they had Andrade get pinned by Chad Gable.
All right, we'll move on.
And so, Andrade is 85 steps ahead of Elias.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what they do with him. He's better than Elias. He has had, he should be in a bigger spot than he is. And, they're not. I don't know. I just think it's not,
Yeah.
I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
So then we have Mandy versus Nikki.
Guys, this segment
was bad.
This was horrible. We were sitting there at our dinner table, okay? All of the family sitting there eating dinner. And we're sitting there and the segment comes on and we were talking and then it just went dead silent. And we were just listening to Mandy yap on and on about how
How you doing, Elijah?
Hey Elijah, what's up? Mandy was last week I told Nikki that she will never look like me. And she will never be me. And she's going on and on about how beautiful she is and how pretty she is and how Nikki Cross is nothing like her and she will never look like her and all this nonsense. And I'm sitting there and I'm going...
Yes, definitely old, Matt.
What? This is, stupid. This is, kids on a playground in 4th grade calling each other names.
Yeah.
What is this? This is horrible. I don't know who wrote this promo, but this was garbage. Hot garbage. It was not good.
Based on this, I wonder, Nikki just said, here's my husband. Out comes Killian Dane. I wonder if they're not going to split up. If they're not going to split up Alexa and Nikki anytime soon.
I don't think they are.
I would say no. I'll be right back.
I don't think they're going to split.
Take care of the dog.
I don't think they're splitting up Alexa and Nikki anytime soon. 100% a Vince thing. Could agree with that. Sorry, guys. I just hit the microphone. I thought the light was going to fall over. Dad got up and walked away, and I thought the light was going to fall over. I apologize. You're all good. I wish this got rewrote. Yeah, me too. Since when did Nikki and Bliss become faces? Since they won the tag titles, and nobody likes Mandy and Sonya, so that's when. I'm okay with it. Honestly, at this point, I don't want them to break up, because I think it works, and it's a fun, kind of weird, dysfunctional relationship tag team. I think it's fun. What does everybody else think? I think... Who needs a meme for the night? I think it works for right now. Just burn the tag titles already. You guys know where I stand. I don't want them to just get rid of the titles, up and get rid of them. I just don't think that's cool. But they fought Becky and Bayley last week, and Bayley was the face in that match. So, faces and heels. We talk about this all the time. But there's really no difference. Alexa and Nikki, they are the team. I think they're more of a team that shifts. They're not necessarily faces all the time, and they're not really heels all the time. It just depends about who they're against.
I don't know. It's the tag titles don't mean anything.
Okay, forget the tag titles. Them is a tag team.
Okay.
That's what we're talking about here.
All right.
Are they faces or are they heels? Matt asks, since when did Nikki and Bliss become faces? And I was like, well, I guess since they won the tag titles. It really doesn't matter. Like, yeah, I understand that last week when they fought Becky and Bayley, Bayley was the face in that match. What is Becky? Becky isn't a face or a heel. She's just there. She does her thing. And, like, Bayley might be a heel, but, like, I don't know. Or a face.
They're trying to gain sympathy, garner sympathy for Nikki. And they figured they can do that by making her a victim of Mandy.
I suppose, but it's dumb.
I thought they were going to make her a victim of Alexa.
After tonight, we have a new WWE champion in Randy Orton. I disagree. I know I've been saying it all this time. That, like, I think we're going to get a new champion. I don't think so anymore.
I think so.
You think we are?
Yeah, probably.
Last week you were like, oh, I don't think they're going to have Kofi lose the championship because he's being look like garbage. He has no friends. He's being beat to a pulp.
But here's my thought. Now that the Fiend has kind of called out
He's
Randy,
called out everybody.
He's called out, well, he has, but I mean, he's called out, like, your champions.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they're not going to do something with that.
I suppose. I don't know. I think Kofi needs to drop the title. I just don't know if they're going to have him drop it to Randy on Sunday.
We'll see. Well, champion went over in the go-home show, and when that happens, they lose at the pay-per-view.
Hasn't been recently. It's not the way it's been recently.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
It's not the way it's been the last several pay-per-views.
I may change my mind by Friday, too.
But, you know, whatever. Mandy and Nikki segment was dumb, and I didn't like it, and it was stupid, and the promo was horrible, and not good. Match itself was, fine, but Nikki got the win.
It happened to Lesnar.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
They've made Becky look strong before she goes into pay-per-views and she retains. They've made Seth look strong before he goes into pay-per-views and he retains. They've made multiple people look strong before they go into pay-per-views and they retain. So I get the logic behind it, but I don't follow that anymore. I used to think that, but I don't because it doesn't matter.
Maybe the New Day turns on Kofi.
Maybe. Lesnar beat up Rollins on the go-home show of SummerSlam and lost the title. Yeah. Again, to me, it doesn't really matter what happens on the go-home show. They can do whatever they want at the pay-per-view, and they can change their minds last minute if they want Becky to retain the title, or have her drop the title to Sasha, or have Kofi retain the title against Randy, or have Randy win the title. It doesn't matter. Like,
yeah.
It really doesn't matter what happens on the go-home show. Because they can change it if they want to.
Yeah.
So, I just make my picks based on who I think's going to win and logic, and then I go from there. I'm sorry, but Kofi versus The Fiend at Survivor Series doesn't scream Survivor Series. I don't know if it'll be The Fiend as champ. I don't know if it'll be Kofi as champ. I'm not making any, I don't know. I'm not. We'll just have to see.
Just see what happens. Then we get Bayley and Ember backstage.
So, Ember's like, bro, what happened to you? 2 weeks ago, I was like, oh, I got respect for you and stuff. And then last week, you beat Becky with a chair. And Bayley was like, I did what I had to do to elevate the division. I'm putting Smackdown on the map. And Ember's like, by beating Becky with a chair, you're putting Smackdown on the map? What? What? Ugh, idiot. You think that's putting SmackDown on the map? Like, what? That's called you just being a jerkwad and you're beating people up. They're like, oh, let's settle this in the ring later. And they have a match later in the evening. You aren't putting The Fiend in a Hell in a Cell match for the Universal title and not putting the title on him. I know you have said this.
He could get over without being champion.
I was going to say, you've said this.
There could be a disqualification of some sorts.
Okay, folks, I'm heading to bed. Sounds good, Colin. See you later.
Talk to you later, Colin. Good night.
I know you've said this a couple times. Like, they don't have to put the title on him and they could end it in disqualification. I could see that happening. Like, now. There's no DQ in a cell. So.
They could do something.
They could do something where he doesn't.
Someone breaks their neck or leg, or they could end the match somehow without him winning.
Yeah, or being beaten, pinned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they could do something with it.
They could. So I don't know. I think there's a good percentage that the Fiend is going to walk out champion.
Which doesn't make sense because he really doesn't need the title.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just don't know. We'll see.
I think they're better off without him having the title.
We'll see.
Now, he can go beat up those guys, but, like, don't have him take the title.
We'll see how it goes. I'm sorry, but I want the title on the Fiend, so that title has meaning. It means nothing on Seth Rollins. Would it mean anything on the Fiend, though? Would it mean anything on anybody?
The only thing about the Fiend getting it is...
They have ruined the Universal title.
Well, it's...
They kept it on Brock for too long, and so now it means nothing.
The Fiend winning it doesn't, like...
I understand it would make it more relevant, but it doesn't change anything that's happened. I don't know if it makes the title any more relevant, though.
The Fiend's character is going to overshadow the title.
You're right. So it doesn't help the title at all. Yes, because the title will be on the hottest thing in WWE.
The problem is...
But he's the hottest thing in WWE.
The thing is, the hottest thing in WWE...
Doesn't need
the title to be who he is.
It would make the title more relevant.
If that makes sense. Because I think...
But I don't even
know that makes it relevant. I mean, okay, so you have the Fiend coming out and attacking people and doing his thing.
I might find it too soon to put the title on Bray, but if it means that Seth ain't going to be the champ, then alright, I guess. I'm fine with Seth being champ. I know people hate him, but I don't have a problem with him. Jeez, guys.
I think that, you know... I don't think that the Fiend needs the title to be, like... The title doesn't, like, complete the Fiend.
No.
Because the way thinking of the Fiend, it's more of a...
It would mean something on Buddy Murphy.
I think it would mean more on Buddy Murphy than it does on the Fiend.
Yeah.
Just because of the characters.
The difference in it. Yeah.
But I don't think the Fiend. I don't think it means much if the Fiend gets it.
Did you care about the Universal title match with Braun and Seth until Bray got involved? I mean, I still really don't care.
Bray getting involved. If Bray came out and interrupted the women's championship match, I would be like, hey, this is cool. But I'm not going to go, hey, Bray should go for the women's title because, that would mean the title means something.
I mean, I understand Bray will be involved somehow, but I still don't care anymore. I still don't care anymore for the match than I did before.
No. I mean, the title...
It doesn't make a difference. Just the fact that, Bray could possibly get involved.
It's the fact that you have the Fiend. And he just doesn't need it.
I don't care. I mean, I like Seth. I like Braun. They're a cool tag team.
I just think there's certain people that don't necessarily need the title to be, like, over and, like, big.
Brock.
And important.
Fiend. Who else? Brock, Fiend. Goldberg.
Steve Austin's one.
Steve Austin. I mean, there's several names.
The Undertaker didn't need it.
Throw out there that, like, don't need the title. They just choose to put it on there. Neither does...
I agree. Half the guys on the roster aren't booked properly.
Yeah. I get that.
But I think it means more to other wrestlers...
than to the Fiend. Because the Fiend is going to overshadow the title. It doesn't matter what you do.
It means more to helping other wrestlers than it does to the Fiend.
Yeah, the Fiend doesn't need the belt. He doesn't need it to make himself relevant. To put himself out there. He's the Universal Champion.
Like, walking down with his lantern, with someone else's head in his lantern.
I won't be angry if they put the title on him. I won't be upset about it. I will be fine with it. But it's like,
It's not something he needs.
There are other guys that could.
I mean, if he wins the title, that's fine, but it's not something he needs.
The Fiend should probably remain the Ultimate Outsider.
Yeah, that's why I don't think he needs it, because I think him being the Ultimate like you said, Elijah, the Ultimate Outsider, not seen as being a
that's more of something than the belt.
Corporate type wrestler, if that makes sense. I think that makes him, seem more relevant than. It's like the Undertaker. I mean, the Undertaker, whether he had the title or not,
it didn't matter.
It was the fact that he was coming out, and it was the fact
that he was the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. No one else on Raw is worthy of the title. Build someone up.
Yeah, because I don't think because you can't have the Fiend come in every week. No. And talk about the title, promote the title. The Fiend is not gonna.
I agree, it doesn't fit the character, but if they do it, then make him undefeated until Mania and have Black face him.
I mean, I'd be cool with that. I mean, if they give it to him, okay, but it's not something that I think that he absolutely needs, and in fact, I think it probably hurts his character.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Because now it's like, okay.
He's a champion. He's going to be out there every week.
Well, and he needs that title because
if they do not have him out there every week, we are going to have another situation of Brock Lesnar, where people are not going to like the Universal title, and they're going to not like his character because he's Universal Champion. He's not out there every week like it has been when it's on anybody else.
You have to put him out there and Now, what would be cool?
If you put the title on Bray, you build someone worthy enough to take the title off him. But you could build someone worthy enough to take the title off of Seth or Braun.
I don't want him to be the Fiend every week. I want to see the Mr. Rogers come out. That's what I'm saying, though. Here is what I would love to see.
Whoa. If they did that, though, would they just say that the Fiend is champion and then we go to Bray Wyatt and he's not champ? Would they do it that way? Or would they be like, Bray Wyatt as a whole is champ?
Bray Wyatt would be champ. Here's what I would love to see. I would love to see them come out. He has a match against somebody down the road. He's wrestling somebody as Bray Wyatt. And, I don't know how quick he can change and put on, a mask. But, he gets thrown out of the ring and rolls under the ring. And then the lights go out. And he comes back out and he's the Fiend.
Yeah.
Now, that would be... me personally, I think that'd be cool.
Bray isn't going to be the Fiend.
It's like the Hulk turning into the Hulk. Spider-Man putting on his Spider-Man suit.
Bray isn't going to be the Fiend every week. I understand that. But what I'm saying is putting Bray Wyatt out there as a whole every week, not just the Fiend. His whole situation, everything. They're going to have to. Otherwise, because he's holding the Universal title, and it is your huge championship, supposed to be your huge championship, people are not going to like it or care. It's going to turn into a Brock Lesnar situation where he's holding the title hostage from other people. You know what I mean? And we don't want that. That is not a good thing.
Yes, I get Bray is acting like he and the Fiend are not the same, which I think is cool. I think that's what makes this pretty awesome.
Yeah, I get that.
Which is why I said I would like to see an Incredible Hulk type thing where, he's David Banner and all of a sudden, he becomes angry and then you have the Fiend, come out from under the ring and lights go out and then he destroys everybody.
Yeah. I don't know. I have mixed feelings. I think it'll be fine. I just don't want them to screw it up.
Yeah.
Because if they do, it's going to jeopardize his character completely, and it's going to ruin it.
Well, that's the big thing is don't screw up his character.
Yeah.
And I think putting the title on him, they could screw up his character.
Exactly, like I said, because right now, he's not on TV every week.
Yeah.
And that's where I think they're going to have an issue.
No doubt. It wasn't good.
I think that's where they're going to have an issue is because if he was champ and he's not out there every week like the champion is right now, they're going to have a problem with that.
Yeah. So then we had Bayley and Ember backstage.
Yeah, we already talked about that.
Heavy Machinery versus Jobbers. Pretty exciting. Good thing that we have another tag team fighting Jobbers.
Another stupid segment.
Oh, there's no doubt. I think Vince is on board with the Fiend being the champion, which maybe Vince wants him to be the champion because Vince feels that he's getting too big, and as a champion,
it'll bring him
down.
Maybe. In his sick, twisted way, I suppose. Yeah. That'd be screwed up though. Why isn't the King of the Ring finals not a Clash of Champions?
We are confused by the whole thing, Jordan.
Yeah, it's very confusing, and I don't
because
get
they
it.
said it was at Clash of Champions, and then they showed that it was on Raw.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
So I have no clue.
Makes no sense at all, but I guess we'll find out on Sunday. So, anyways, Heavy Machinery versus Jobbers. Apparently, we have to have.
They have lots of those export.
We have to have some tag team in some form fighting Jobbers every week. Doesn't matter whether it's Raw or SmackDown. You know, Viking Raiders got away from the Jobbers this week, but they were like, oh, Jobbers, Heavy Machinery. Let's do it. I don't think that's why. If Vince has faith in someone to be champ, then give it a shot. I don't have faith in Vince, though.
But I don't think Vince wants anybody to be bigger than the company either.
I don't have any
and
faith
I think the Fiend
in Vince
right now, the Fiend
whatsoever. He's ruined this company enough. I am not going to be shocked if he turns around and ruins another thing.
Well, the Fiend has a shot at being like the bigger
than the company.
Yeah.
And as it's been shown, and as many superstars who were in the company have said, he will not let anybody get bigger than the company.
Yeah.
So, I have no faith in Vince. At all. Vince is the one who greenlit this character. I don't care! He might have greenlit the character thinking, oh, it's going to go down in flames.
Oh,
and then it didn't.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, he may have said, okay, do it. And then went, oh, no. This can't be happening.
And so he's going to screw it up.
I thought
have
the little
no faith in Vince
Funhouse joke thing would be like dumb.
A joke. And everybody would think it was a joke.
And the little rabbit character running around that, you know, Bray Wyatt like laughs at and hits with a hammer and everything else. And would be like, people would be like, oh, I don't want to see that. And so I don't know. We'll see what happens with it.
I have no faith in Vince, though. If anything is Vince's idea, I don't care. It's going to not be good.
He's allowing people making fun of him. Oh, yeah. I know.
Yeah, the Vince devil character, it is making fun of him. But now he might be like, all right, I let you make fun of me. Now I'm going to put the title on you, and I'm going to screw up your career.
Yeah.
So, you know.
You can make fun of me, you'll be champion. And mess up your character.
That's what Vince does.
Then we have Shane and Kevin.
Kevin shows up in the back, and he's like, yo, have you thought about the fine? You gonna let me, like, not have to pay a lot of money? Shane is like, you know what? You wanted me to reconsider your fine. Well, tonight is your night. You are going to be the ref in my match against Chad Gable for the King of the Ring finals. And, if you do your job well, I will, drop the fine. You'll be a free man. Kevin is like, and if I don't, fine. I'll do it. And so, he does it. He's going to be the ref.
Yes.
Anything further to add on to this?
No.
Okay. Then we get Ember versus Bayley.
Hello, Shane.
Not all Shanes are bad. Sorry, everyone. Yo, what's up? Yeah, we know not all Shanes are bad. Just the ones that are, spelled
S-H-A-N-E.
What? You're joking. Stop. No. B-Team beat the Fiend. That's gotta be a joke, right? Tell me that's a joke.
Maybe they're already ruining his character.
By roll-up? Stop.
Yep. See, they're already starting to screw up his character. You're evil.
No. That's what I'm saying, bro. Vince is trying to screw him over.
Yep, pretty much. So anyway, Ember versus Bayley. Charlotte's on commentary.
That is ridiculous.
Bayley gets the win.
Yeah. And then Bayley comes up to congratulate Charlotte.
You mean
Charlotte comes up to congratulate
Bayley congratulates Charlotte for the commentary.
Yes, she had to congratulate her from the commentary.
She wanted to thank her for doing such a good job of commentating.
Yes, she did. No, she comes to congratulate her. So then after that, we get Kofi. Kofi comes out. He talks about the things he's done at Madison Square Garden. More specifically, he talks about when he beat up Randy Orton and put him through a table. Why did
they turn? My question is, why did they turn this into like it's Madison Square Garden. Let's make a big deal out of all of this.
Because it's Madison Square Garden.
Okay, so what?
And it's the first time they'd gone back there in forever.
Okay, who cares?
Yeah. I get that.
They don't do it everywhere they go.
Yeah.
It's not like, they go someplace and they hadn't been there for 5 years and they go, well, we're glad to be back at this place. It's been 5 years since we've been here.
Yeah.
And I remember that time I was here and I beat somebody up.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
So anyway, go ahead, keep going.
So he talks about the things he'd done, more specifically, when he put Randy through a table with the boom drop. And Randy interrupts him and talks about how Kofi is such a fraud. Everything from that fake Jamaican accent and those braids to the power of positivity BS.
Yes.
That's what he said, guys. He said that on television. And it was bleeped out.
Well, I think if you're going to make Bayley strong, you have to do it that way. Even though you hate it. Ember has not won a match in 2 years. She's trying to be Cassius Ohno.
It's stupid.
Or Samoa Joe. Or one of many other wrestlers that go through that.
So, I wasn't being serious, but it made it sound serious. I was gonna say, man, don't do that. He better have beaten the B team. If he didn't, like we said, Vince is already screwing over his character. And that would have been ridiculously stupid if they had him lose to B team.
Yeah.
Matt, stop. Jeez. So, anyways, he was like, oh, you have the Jamaican accent and the power of positivity BS. What happened to the PG rating? I know they still bleeped it out, but like, what happened to the PG rating? I thought they weren't supposed to be doing stuff like that. I thought Vince said he was against it.
Yeah. That's what I thought too. Vince
was watching the stream and saw the idea in chat.
Well, like, the whole thing, everything they've, the last 2 nights have been...
risque?
Yeah, I've kind of made a comment that, where'd the PG rating go?
Like, for reals. Like, I thought Vince was against all of
Some
this.
parents sitting in the crowd going like this to their kid. See?
Oh, jeez. Didn't touch Bo Dallas. Oh, jeez. He pinned Curtis Axel. Well, that's fun. Jeez, I can't wait to see what that looks like on the screen.
I bet it's cool.
When you do
Everybody's going to be going, what? That was the parent dropping their beer and, like, grabbing the kid's ears.
That was funny. Jeez, you about to knock the computer off. So.
That's what happens when you have headphones and you hit the cord.
So, yeah, the PG rating, I don't know what's happening with that. Kofi then drops his title and goes after Randy in the crowd. They brawl for a little bit, and then Kofi sets him up to do the boom drop on the table, just like he did 10 years ago. So...
The Baby's getting chance, but 0 from 205 Live matches.
Oh, that's funny. So the first table that I think this was screwed up a bit. Kofi went through the first table that I think they were supposed to put Randy on to go through.
Yeah.
Kofi got, sat down on the table, and the table went crack and broke in the middle.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. He, just sat on the table, and it, went sploosh.
He went,
and fell apart. And so then he had to go over and pull a table from, over in the corner. I thought an earthquake hit the Midwest. Yeah!
It did. It was the angry parent for the language they're using on WWE.
This is quite sad if you ask me. So, the first table, I think they were supposed to use that table, but it cracked.
Yeah.
And it broke in half. And then the second table, Kofi had to go and pull it through, and then he hit the boom drop on Randy. And so I think he was supposed to use that first table.
I'm pretty sure.
And he went through it. So they had an extra one sitting over there. They were like, okay, in case this happens, we're going to just put this other table here for you to bring over if you need it.
Yeah.
So then after this, we get Shane versus Chad Gable with Kevin Owens as the guest referee for the semifinals of the King of the Ring match. So, we're about 2 seconds into this match, and Chad Gable hits the suplex on Shane, and he gets the win. He wins, and he's like, yes! Shane then gets on the mic and is like, no. This is now a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Yes.
All right. At that point, I was like, all right, well, Shane's winning this now. Excellent. So then Shane attacks Chad before the second fall starts. And then Chad wins the second fall after Shane taps out to the ankle lock. After Shane is, kind of angry, and he attacks KO after the match and then yells at him and tells him he's fired.
Yes.
Wow. This was... wow. Kevin Owens was just doing his job, man. You told him to be the referee. Call it down the middle. Do it right. Do his job right. And he did. And then he got fired for it? Shane O'Mac. Come on, man. You're a jerkwad. I don't want to work for you.
Well, I don't... Again, it's it's... they're setting something up with Kevin Owens.
We all knew that already, though.
But, they're setting something up big. Where...
watch, next week he's going to come into the building and he's going to have to be, escorted out by security because he's going to be like, when are your predictions for Sunday?
We're looking to do it on
Friday.
So it'll be Friday evening.
Yeah, I think generally we go, I think it's 7:30 our time, which is
Central.
Central.
It might be later than that.
Could be later than that. Oh, do you have practice on Friday?
Yeah, we'll have practice, but there's a game here.
Oh. You have a game. Darn.
So we'll see.
Maybe he's just fired as a ref. You're not even joking. That's what my little sister asked. We were sitting at the table, so she's like, so wait, does that mean he's just, fired as the ref, or is he, fired? And I was like, I'm pretty sure he's fired.
Yeah, that's funny.
And she was like, oh. Owens will will show up at the first NXT on USA.
That'd be good.
I think that could be fun.
Problem is, it's only an hour long. And they've got, what?
On live, yeah.
3 matches? 4 matches already?
Yeah. But that's the first live show.
But that's what I'm saying. There's not going to be a lot of time on there for the live USA
The ending
section.
had
AEW chants. Yeah, I just saw that just a minute ago.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 hours, but the first hour is on sorry, I have the hiccups. The first hour is on USA live, and the second hour is going to be on the network.
Yeah.
Which I don't think that's live. I think it's pre-taped. I could be wrong, though.
Which is kind of silly to move it from... I know why they're doing it, but it just seems silly to do it that way.
Hey, yo, James.
How you doing, James?
What's up?
What did you think of SmackDown?
I didn't think it was great.
Because we thought it was kind of weak. I would probably grade it a...
Grade it.
C minus.
C minus. I'd agree. If we were going to do power rankings, who would your people be?
I don't know. This week would be tough.
I can figure it out. I'll get power rankings. Number 5, 4 horsewomen.
All right, I could handle that.
That's my number 5. Number 4 is AJ and OC for the promo yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it'd really just be AJ, but they just kind of market them as OC now. Shayna versus Rhea is tomorrow. Yes, it is. We have that to look forward to. Number 3. I don't know.
Rowan.
I agree with you. Dude, bro, we completely missed that segment entirely. You scrolled it down too far and you went to Ember versus Bayley.
Why'd you do that?
I didn't do it. You did, dingus. We didn't even talk about
Rowan.
The Eric Rowan segment. Oh my gosh, guys. Why didn't you stop him? Hold on. Now we gotta talk about that. Okay.
Look, and nobody said anything about it.
Any more Roman backstage videos? Elijah just asked.
See?
No, they didn't show any backstage videos, but we had the Eric Rowan segment, which was right after Kevin kind of got to talk about what he has to do.
Yeah, we even had this in our notes.
And then Ember versus
someone
Bayley.
Scrolled down too fast.
It was you. The mouse is on that side, guys. It was not my fault. So, anyways, Eric Rowan's segment. Let's talk about this real quick because we completely skipped over it. Sorry, guys. Rowan comes out and talks about how you people don't get me. You don't see. You think that I am being controlled by somebody? No more. And then Roman comes out and the attack begins. They fight each other. And then Rowan throws a fan into Roman. Not a little fan, but like a person. And he throws a person from the crowd into Roman.
Do that again.
What?
A fan.
Not a fan,
okay.
But like a person.
There.
And then Rowan, they brawl to the top of the ramp. And then after that, Rowan throws a camera on a boom arm at Roman. And then we get Rowan backstage a little later, and he's like, Roman.
Looks like Maven's favorite superstar, Shane O'Mac, is going to be King of the Ring.
No, he's not.
No.
He lost.
Shane O'Mac lost the match.
He did. He lost the match, and he is no more. Okay, that's a lie. He is no more, but
he's still around.
But that was the Rowan segment.
He just
if
lost the
anybody's, curious about that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually kind of looking forward to their match on Sunday.
Yeah. Who?
Rowan versus Roman.
Yeah, it might be a good match.
I think it could be a very good match.
I'm
based
curious,
on what they did tonight.
I wish they would give a reason as to why Rowan.
Not just I'm tired of being controlled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we will get one.
I don't think Roman controlled him.
I know I am
trolling. Nice job, James.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'd like to see a reason behind it. I can't imagine what the reason would be.
Who knows?
SmackDown Live was so. Agreed.
Yeah, I don't think it was good.
It was not great. So, anyways.
Kind of weak.
Power rankings. We said number 5, 4 horsewomen. Number 4, AJ and OC. Number 3, Rowan.
Number 2, Undertaker.
Really?
Yeah.
I disagree.
Okay.
I'm going to say my number 2 is Kofi.
Anytime the Undertaker comes out, sorry.
I'm going to say Kofi at number 2.
All right.
And number 1 is Chad Gable.
All right.
You agree with me?
I can live with that.
All right, cool. All right, so my power rankings are 4 horsewomen at number 5, AJ and OC at number 4, Rowan at number 3, Kofi at number 2, and Chad Gable at number 1.
Yeah, I can live with that.
I can too. I picked those.
Yeah, good job.
Number 1, Stone Cold. I I mean,
yeah, I thought
I would say I would put AJ, OC, and Stone Cold all in the number 4 spot.
Splot.
Yeah. Spot. Can't speak.
That's why.
That's just me.
But see, that's kind of why I said Undertaker because
at number 2.
They're big stars and.
I get that, but like.
They could just show up and everybody gets like
I think
the hair on your arms stand up when they come out.
I think what Kofi did was better. I'm just saying.
Becky should be number 1. How dare you people disrespect Becky? Well, James, we were gonna put her at number 1, but we put the whole 4 horsewomen at number, what do we say, 5? 4? 5.
They're at the top of the list.
Yeah, they're number 5. So,
at the top of the
list. We thought about putting her number 1 and then decided, nah, we're not going to.
I think all 4 of them in the number 4 spot or 5 spot is good. I think it's a good spot for them. Their match was really, really good.
Yeah.
And I liked it. But they should have been the main event. And that would be why they were at number 5.
Sasha's winning most likely.
Nope. I don't think she's winning.
I'll give you my thoughts on Friday.
I'll give you my more in-depth thoughts on Friday, but right now I'm telling you she's not winning. I'm telling you, I don't think she's winning. I think there's going to be an ongoing war here for a while.
Yeah.
I don't think she's winning.
I'm going to tell you what I think on Friday.
Okay. Fine.
Becky chasing titles better, in my opinion.
It might be, but I don't think that's the way it's going to be. I think Sasha's going to be the one chasing the title for a while.
Oh, I think it's about time to change.
No one cares about the other 3. It's all about Becky. Whoa. I like Charlotte when she's not fighting Becky.
What would be the reason to keep the belt on Bayley? That is a good question.
There is no reason. And I could see her dropping the title to Charlotte. Just for the sake of it.
What if Sasha costs Bayley the title?
Then if it's not Sasha, then who? Sasha, I think Sasha's going to win the belt. I just don't think Sasha's going to win the belt right now. I think Sasha will be chasing the belt for the next several months.
Because I don't know if they're going to split up Sasha and Bayley.
No, I think they're going to keep them as a tag team right now. But I've also had thoughts of Bayley turning on Sasha, realizing that
which means
she's not a heel and that she doesn't want to be the bad guy and she doesn't want to beat people with chairs. She was just doing it to, because Sasha's back. And so she decides that she's going to beat Sasha with the chair instead.
But that means if there's going to be a legitimate split,
then neither of them need the titles.
Then they're going to have to do something, in the next couple weeks.
And neither of them need the titles.
Well, whatever.
If they're going to do that.
I mean, so then I suppose the plan is Becky's on one and Charlotte's on the other.
For the time being, yeah. Until they can build up somebody else.
Suppose that makes sense. I don't know if I'd do it that way, but I mean, it makes sense.
And even if they didn't win the titles and they didn't break them up, I could still see them going for the tag titles again.
Yeah. The worthless titles.
In which they could help build up again, because they're relevant.
Well, they could help build up, but you gotta have someone to help build it up with.
Okay.
And I just don't see a lot of people that are helping build, that are building worthy.
They should have Maddie run out and cost Sasha the belt. Yeah?
That would be interesting.
I think it would work.
Because I think that would change, the whole dynamic of things.
Yeah? I could agree with that. So, I think...
I don't know that we... I'm trying to check Twitter here to see if there's anything.
I'll check my Twitter. My Twitter has more stuff. Give me a minute, guys.
Yeah, because you're, top of things than I am.
I follow more people than you.
Well, yeah.
Hold on. Oh, someone said, Fightful said, Shane fires Owens to end the show. Would be cool to see KO in NXT for the first episode of USA and join the Undisputed Era. I could agree with that. I think that'd be cool.
That'd be interesting.
Let me see. I don't think there's anything else on here.
Yeah.
Kushida is on 205 Live. I think we kind of talk about that. Final thoughts on Corbin. I hate the guy.
Yeah. Final thoughts on Corbin. Before I thought he was going to win the title. Now I don't think he's going to. Or not the title, the King of the Ring.
Yeah.
I do not think he's winning King of the Ring now. I think they're going to have Chad Gable win it. And I know it goes against everything I was saying before, but after watching like these segments with Chad Gable and how everybody's talked about how small he is, now you probably got one of the tallest guys that was in King of the Ring facing the shortest guy that was in King of the Ring, or one of the shortest guys, and they're going to build on it.
Yeah.
Any word on Carmella's condition? Have you seen that on Carmella?
No, just
I haven't
that
seen
she
anything
was messed up. Not messed up, but she had something wrong.
Are we still good on our stream, guys?
I'm good on here.
You're good on the phone?
Mm-hmm. It's just not loading. I don't know why. Not at least not on my phone. It's not loading up there. I don't know. She had a health scare, and I don't know what it was, but she hasn't been back since. I'd like her to come back to be with our truth.
Yeah.
I'd love that.
Yeah.
But, having her get better is better than having her there.
Yeah.
Sick or hurt or whatever the problem is. So, I don't think there's anything else, guys.
No.
I think that is it. So, we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Yes. We will be back tomorrow night. Talk about NXT.
The last week before they go live.
Yeah. Yep. It'll be interesting to see what they do when they do go live.
It's very, very exciting. Got some fun stuff coming up.
Yeah.
In the world of wrestling. Should be fun.
Yep. Anybody else got anything else to say? Comments, questions, anything they want to talk about?
If not, we will be out of here. I don't think there's nothing else. So.
All right. With that, I think we're going to take off.
We'll
be back tomorrow night after NXT.
What was a good run for KO? Yeah.
How you doing, Ajax?
Yeah.
I think that I think there's
coming. Yeah.
They're gonna do something with him. I think with KO, whether it's doing like a NWO type thing, or they're gonna do something with KO. I just have a feeling.
What if he goes to NXT, gets Undisputed Era, and Undisputed Era is like, no, we will not stand for you being fired, so we're going to go with you to the main roster, and we're going to go screw up Shane.
That might be something they plan on doing.
I think that could be real fun. Like, real fun.
Yeah.
So.
Which would be interesting, considering, Shane was the one that showed up at WCW.
Yeah.
And Liv is coming, yes. She's going to come in, and she's going to be the Fiend.
The Fiend's right-hand man.
Or woman.
Woman.
Yeah. All right, with that, I think we are out. We'll be back tomorrow night. Talk about NXT. Again, we stream every Monday after Raw, every Tuesday after SmackDown, every Wednesday after NXT, and after every pay-per-view. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the little bell button so you know when we go live.
Yep.
And
I think that's
be looking for some new action figure videos coming out in the next week.
Bray, just go away. Stop, James. Stop.
James Bray is awesome.
He's the best.
Yes. We are out of here. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.